So I want to talk about this experience that I had, which was following some of my personal work with various aspects of myself. And especially after seeing that energy opening was really dragging me into this new world, new place. It felt like a physical place, actually. That's why it's kind of exciting, not just like an energetic place. So I went through to reconnect with that energy, and what unfolded was very interesting. I'm going to speak very briefly about it, as briefly as I can. So it started by me connecting with that energy arch, and it felt like to fully go there, I had to be cleared, to be cleared from what else remains that I don't need to carry with me. So I got this energy of this sword of truth that was zoom, 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 just cutting through all the attachments, all everything else that was keeping me stuck. Um, so then after that, I started seeing this boat, this golden boat coming next to me. So I thought, oh, cool, this boat is going to just take me to, this new land. But what was cool about it is that as I walked into this boat, my Merkaba got activated just on its own, and boom, 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 it started to open all this light within me, and very, very high vibration, multidimensional vortex. So then I was really filled with this huge light coming from me, from my chest, and I thought, okay, well, that's cool. But then the the better thing even happened when this light also started to open up, almost like a shell, this bright light, and my spirit flew out of it, just like a just flew out. And this spirit was almost like a shadow, in the sense that it was a bit like a silhouette, like a human silhouette, but it was like neither of the light or of the darkness. It was very blank almost. So it had this kind of grace and subtle presence without really having an identity, but still some sort of presence. But it was so um, freed of all uh, judgment, all need, all everything that we have as humans. So it was just a pure being, effectively. Um, so then I thought, I just felt like, okay, well, I've been cleared, I've been removed. Now I honestly felt like I'm going to be reincarnated into a new life, because it feels like we are going through a ending of like a lifetime. We are experiencing this switch of lives without actually dying physically. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I need to. My mind was kind of trying still to control it a little bit. And I thought, well, maybe I need to set an intention to, what I want, where I want to go. But there was none of this. There was none of this, because it felt like there was no need to set an intention or to choose anything, simply because it felt like the whole universe knew, every bit of the universe knew something about where I'm going, or what I'm going to do, or what my next life is going to be. And I was just one of those parts. I was effectively part of everything. So that's why I didn't need to know anything, because all this knowledge was this higher mind of the universe that kind of had my back, and I didn't need to worry about anything. And I felt like I'm so free, and I'm so happy to just dive in wherever I'm being brought. So I started seeing the earth from above, from where I was, and then boom, honestly, that leap of faith, just being plunked into this amazing place. It was like a seashore, and I was just on the edge of the of the water, between the water and the beach, walking on it. And again, it felt like I don't need to know where is it or what it is or what it contains, because it's all such in perfect order, such in divine order. And then I started seeing Saturn, but like the astrological sign of Saturn. And it felt like Saturn was there to set up the lessons and the course of this lifetime. I was like, gosh, I don't want more, difficulties and challenges. That was, part of me. But then at the same time, I was getting this answer like, well, but that's not how life is. Life is not a straight line. Straight lines cannot survive. It's all about, loops and spirals and fractals and all these curves and ups and downs. That is life. That is life. You cannot just have a straight line. This is not real. So then it all felt so right. And so it's like, I don't need to worry about anything, because whatever comes is part of this beauty of the existence. And everything in the universe is effectively coming together for me to set up everything that I need to experience. Um, and it's okay, and it's beautiful, and it's great. And after that, I started to feel myself being built, really. I started feeling my chakras being opened, and this chakra system. But there were also some new chakras opening up, kind of here, connecting with the third eye and others. And then my flesh, I had a sense of my flesh, how it feels, and all this. So effectively, I was reincarnated, and all these things were coming together to bring me into this new life. So after that, during all this, I felt, and even now as I reconnect with it, it's such a sense of bliss. And I had this sense like, well, that's actually what being human is about. And that's what life on earth is about. And we've been tricked into thinking that it's all about pain and sufferance. And, we've been in these dark ages of trickery and being blindfolded and all this. But we're now coming back. We're coming back into our truth. And that's our reward. The reward is getting back to how things really are, how being human really is. It's this embodying this blissful spirit that knows that everything else is working in its favor, and that all the experiences are part of this big orchestration, that we are all part of. So, after that, I just felt like, a child in a candy store, really. It just feels so happy. Everything feels really, really happy. And not to say that, obviously, there are, tiny bits that still need attention and healing and care, but this overarching energy that I feel opening up, and I know that we're all getting there. It's just so huge and so amazing, and it's really beyond everything, everything that we can dream of. It's this sense of coming home, of that home where, you know, we can finally relax and kind of breathe and just be who we are. So yes, I wanted to share this with all of you.